Hello, this is Fred Liers of Health Products Distributors and another Creating Health Naturally video. And this month on our blog, we are republishing an article that was originally published by the Orthomolecular News Service. This particular article is entitled 7 Arguments for Taking Nutritional Supplements by Dag Poleszynski, PhD. And so we're actually republishing the entire article, but in this video I want to just go over the 7 arguments for taking nutritional supplements. The first reason for taking nutritional supplements, according to his article, is the agricultural revolution has reduced food quality. So what this basically means is since the rise of industrial agriculture with the use of chemicals and fertilizers and pesticides, food quality has declined. Part of the reason this is because they're not replenishing the nutrients that traditional methods of agriculture did. And as a result, they're through time and heavy use of soil and erosion, and of course growing plants, which deplete for food, which depletes the soil over time, and not letting the land like once upon a time lie fallow, or actually adding nutrients, organic nutrients in different ways, or rotating crops. Essentially, the chemical, the rise of industrial agriculture with the heavy use of chemicals has strongly reduced soil quality. And so over time, this system has produced foods with lower nutrient density and lower quality for human health. Number 2 is nutritional content of food varies with geographical location. And, that's really no surprise. If you looked at a map of, say, mineral density and mineral presence, for example, you would see that different geographical locales have different nutrients in the soils. And so some soils are very low in selenium, for example. That's a well-known case. Other soils are low in magnesium, and so forth. And so in any given place, you may have minerals or nutrients lacking in the soil, and as a result, nutritional supplements can fill that gap. Number 3 is stress and modern lifestyle increase the need for nutrients, and this makes sense. We there's stress in modern life. It differs than the stress of our ancient forebears in that it can be more chronic. It can be, we also have sedentary lifestyles, which means we're not gaining enough exercise, which means we may not even eat enough. And then if what we're eating is low in vitamins and minerals, then this is yet another reason to take nutritional supplements. Number 4, environmental pollutants increase the need for nutrients. And this is no great surprise, or really it shouldn't be, because with chemicals in the food supply from the chemical industrial agriculture system, not to mention various additives from food processing, and toxins of all sorts that get into the soil from the air and the water, that's not something our ancient forebears or even our not so recent forebears had to deal with the way we have to deal with it today. As a result, it's well known that taking certain, especially antioxidants, vitamin C, vitamin E, vitamin A, helps the body deal with toxic load. And you have a liver, you have a kidney, you have detoxification systems, but now we're talking about a food supply and an agricultural system that has toxins in it, and that you would really behoove yourself to have the supplements and have the nutrients in your body that will support your detoxification systems. Number 5, the daily allowances for essential nutrients is too low. So this is actually well known. The daily allowances typically in a nutritional supplement, or for nutritional supplements, or not supplements, but the daily allowances for nutrients, I should say, that are put out by governments around the world, including the United States government, are designed primarily to prevent deficiency status. So you may have an amount of a nutrient based on a scaled up version of what led to a rat to have a deficiency in vitamin D or in the B vitamins, or, and to avoid deficiency diseases like, say, rickets or scurvy or beriberi, or these things that are known. Those are proven. But what about optimal amounts? Because everybody has a biochemical individuality, right? People's needs, there's a range, there's a bell curve, right? So your needs may vary somewhat from someone else's. And this is known among laboratory animals as well. So beyond deficiency status, you want to actually optimize your nutrient intake. And the best way to do that, apart from a very good diet, is to take nutritional supplements. So again, think optimal amounts, not minimal amounts. Number 6, optimal intake of nutrients promotes health and delays aging. So this goes back to the whole idea of optimal health, but it's also well known that the aging process, according to the free radical theory of aging, is one of oxidative stress. And that can come from daily stress that we have. That was a different category, different number. But aging is, according to the free radical theory, it's one of oxidation. And so it only makes sense to take certain antioxidants. And essential nutrients, many of them act as antioxidants. And number 7, he says, is the human right to correct information. And I believe one of the things he means by that is there's a lot of information out there about how valuable nutritional supplements and supplemental nutrients are for health, but in many cases, the information is not really put out there. In fact, it's the opposite. One of the reasons we publish articles by the Orthomolecular News Service is because there's so many studies out there, whether they be meta-analyses or studies out there that show that there's, quote, no evidence that nutritional supplements do anything. I mean, and this is just not correct. There's lots of information out there. You can manipulate data however you like. Many of these studies also use very low dosages. So if you're just using a study that's giving minimal dosages, you can't really expect to get the optimal effects from a given nutrient. Or if you're only giving certain nutrients and not giving, so to speak, all of the nutrients at optimal levels, safe optimal levels that are required for health. So those are the 7 arguments. So just to sort of recap really quickly, we at HPDI are strong believers in the role of nutritional supplements, dietary supplements, in one's life in addition to getting nutrients from foods. And the reason that we advocate nutritional supplements beyond foods is because of all the reasons in this article. Industrial agriculture, chemical fertilizers, modern day stress and living, just reduced food quality overall for all of the above reasons. And so this has been Fred Liers with another Creating Health Naturally video. If you like this video, you may click like on the YouTube channel. You may also subscribe to our YouTube channel. We also have a monthly newsletter that sometimes comes out more than once a month. And you can go subscribe to that on www.integratedhealth.com. And there's a section down there to subscribe to our newsletter. This has been Fred Liers with another Creating Health Naturally video. We hope you enjoyed it, and we'll see you next time.